Kill squad 2? Nah, there's no way. They're selling right now. We got a kill squad 2? In the middle of a retaliation? Nah, they trying to get me, boys. They're shooting rockets too? Kill squad eliminated.
You want some more of this?
No, I'm dead. I'm dead. No, I'm not. I'm alive. I'm alive like never before. Easy money, easy money. So many of you guys were watching my stream last night asking, yo, Skills, what Heartbreaker set were you running? And if you guys were watching that stream and you didn't get to find the build that I was running or you missed it, well, here is the build I've been running for retaliations. Now, you guys know we've played Striker builds, Heartbreaker builds, Hunter's Fury builds, Sniper builds, Rifle builds, and there's a lot of different builds you can run this season, and that's what's so good about it. But we'll be getting into all that for you right now, and I'll even include my favorite modifiers I have been running this season for Year 7 Season 2. So let's break down the build so that way you guys can see how I have this all set up. So for the build, we are running the Heartbreaker 4-piece set. The 2-piece is going to give us 15% assault rifle damage and 50% LMG damage. The 3-piece is going to give us that 15% weapon handling. And the 4-piece is where Heartbreaker shines. It's called Heartstopper. Headshots apply pulse to an enemy. So you can either pulse the enemy with headshots or you can use a pulse or scanner drone. That's really up to you. Now, weapon hits on pulse enemies adds a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1.1% weapon damage to pulse enemies up to a max stack of 50. So that means you can have additional 50% bonus armor and 55% weapon damage, which is pretty good for such a tanky build. But we're actually going to improve these numbers in just a second. On the mask, we do have armor, crit damage, and then I decided to go with protection from elites on this build. Now, this is not my main account. This is my alt account, but I wanted to show you that this build does work on all accounts, even with not max rolls. But yeah, we have 11% protection from elites and 11.2% critical hit damage on the mask. For the chest, we have our second piece of Heartbreaker. This has armor, crit chance, and protection from elites. And we went with the chest piece because this is actually going to improve Heartstopper. It increases the max stacks for Heartstopper from 50 to 100. So this means we can have up to 100% bonus armor and 110% weapon damage at max stacks. And if you guys can keep the stacks up, that's where Heartbreaker shines, because that's a ton of damage you're getting straight from this. For our third piece of Heartbreaker, we went with the knee pads. We have armor, crit chance. For our fourth and final piece of Heartbreaker, we went with the gloves for weapon damage, crit damage. Now for my holster, I went with the improvised holster. The reason why is it allows me to add another mod, which holsters typically don't allow you to do. So we have armor, crit damage, crit chance. You can see pretty poorly rolled. So that's why I'm telling you this build can even get stronger. And then we have protection from elites. Now, if I were to use something like maybe a Cheska holster for more crit, or Grupo holster for more crit damage, you could definitely do that too. But I decided to go with the improvised holster, which you can actually craft this holster right at your vendor and add more protection from elites on there. For the backpack, we did go with the Memento backpack. This is where we're gonna get more of our damage, weapon damage, armor, skill tier we have here. We also have protection from elites here too. So again, more protection from elites on this build. And then we have kill confirmed. Now, the reason why kill confirmed is so good on a tanky build like this where we're lacking a little bit of the damage is because remember, when we have a full stack, we're gonna get 30% extra weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% armor regen. Every time we pick up a trophy for 10 seconds though, we're also gonna get 10% more weapon damage, 50% more bonus armor, and then also 5% more skill efficiency. So we're stacking a lot more damage with the Memento backpack with the tanky build, and that's where Heartbreaker really shines. Now, what I like to do is pair this with my favorite weapon, the Chameleon. The reason why is because the Chameleon pairs really well with high armor protection from Elite's builds, and I'll explain that right now. So the reason why Chameleon works so good with those high armor protection from Elite's builds is because of the way the talent works, adaptive instincts. So when you hit 30 headshots, I'm gonna gain 20% crit chance and 50% crit damage for 45 seconds. Now, if I hit 65 body shots, I'm gonna get 90% weapon damage for 45 seconds. And then if I hit 20 leg shots, I get 150% reload speed. That's why Adaptive Instincts works really good with those protection from elite builds, because you're gonna be lacking a little bit of crit chance. And I'm gonna show you my crit chance in just a second. But when we have this active, we're gonna have 20% crit chance and 50% crit damage on top of that. For my Chameleon, I do have 11% expertise in this, so like 11% weapon damage, assault rifle damage, health damage, and damage sharks out of cover. Again, not a perfect rolled build, but that's why I wanted to show you this works even with not min-max builds. The stats, I'm sitting at 41% crit chance, but remember, with Adaptive Instincts, once we get those headshots, we'll be sitting at 60% crit chance. Now, we'll also have an additional 50% crit damage. That's where this build really shines, and I think sitting at 60% crit chance, 120% crit damage. Not only that, the extra weapon damage we're getting is great too. Now, you can see we're sitting at 1.6 million armor. We do have 164% armor on kill, and that's going to be because of the gunner class. We're sitting at 45% protection from elites. For your secondary, I highly recommend having an ACS 12 or the Rock and Roll, the name version. The reason why is because this is going to allow you to be able to stack Heartbreaker so much faster. You swap to this, you aim at the head, then you shoot the body, you build the stack. Once you have the full stack, then you can just focus using the Chameleon. I am going to be rocking the Crusader Shield, and then I'm going to have the Reviver Hive, which is going to be there. Now, the reason we're able to use so many different builds this season is really because of the way Divide and Conquer works, the new global modifier for this season, because of the rate of fire bonus, because of the rate of fire bonuses and the damage bonuses you guys can get. You can get up to 30% rate of fire bonus and 30% weapon damage, which is insane, especially on those builds you might have not thought could work in the past. They're even going to work now, and those builds that did work in the past are going to be even stronger than ever. Now, for my active modifier, I'm a big fan of Sanitation. I do have this level 5 on my main account. It's level 3 on this account, but this has to be one of my favorite modifiers this season. And if you guys haven't tried this one out, definitely give it a go. Sanitation is what I've been using, and that's what you see when I catch people on fire. For my passive modifier, I like Batter Up. Any grenade within 5 meters of you is destroyed. Cooldown is 30 seconds. While in cooldown, the radius of your grenades increases by 100%. Keep Out, shooting a rusher within 10 meters, staggers them, and it gives you 20% movement speed. So it feels like you have that Lady Death movement speed. If you guys remember Overdrive, that's what it feels like. And then we have Rupert's Terror. This is insane because you guys know the tankiest enemies in the game are those tanks, but now you break one piece of armor, it shreds all their armor, and then you can just melt them. So these are the 3 modifiers I've been running, mainly one in this season since I have all of them unlocked, and then I've been running Sanitation. Let me know in the comments, which one do you like for your active modifier? And that is the build right there, guys. A 4-piece Heartbreaker, protection from elites on all pieces, the improvised holster, the Memento backpack, and then the Chameleon paired up with the ACS 12 or the Rock and Roll, really up to you. Now, based on past master difficulty solo runs, I'm predicting that this build is going to be able to handle solo master pretty easy. We'll see, but so far, the last 3 climax missions on master difficulty, Heartbreaker has been able to do its thing, and it just got stronger this season. So I can't see that this build will not work for master difficulty when it does release. The protection from elites, along with Heartbreaker, the bonus armor, you're a tank that still puts out insane amount of damage, and that's why I personally am a big fan of Heartbreaker for harder difficulties. So let me know what you guys think if you guys put this one together, and let me know how it works out for you. review. Hopefully, you guys find this video useful. If you did, drop a like. Don't forget, we have been streaming every day over on twitch.tv/nothingmustskills. And you can see me playing all of these builds live. So if you have any questions, you want to see this build in action, head over there. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Nothing But Skills out. Take it easy, everybody.